Hey everyone. Today, I want to share something that completely transformed my perspective on success, growth, and achieving dreams. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at your daily routine the same way again. Have you ever felt like you're working hard but not seeing result? Like you're putting in effort every single day, but nothing seems to change? I've been there. We've all been there. But what if I told you that the secret to massive transformation isn't about making huge, dramatic changes overnight? What if I told you that just 1% improvement every single day could change your entire life? Yes, you heard that right, just 1%. That's it. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine you improve by just 1% every day for 1 year. Just 1%. Now, most people think, oh, what difference will 1% make? That's so small it's almost nothing. But here's where the magic happens. If you get 1% better each day for 365 days, you don't end up just 365% better. No. You end up 37 times better. That's 3700 improvement. Can you imagine? Just by making tiny, almost invisible improvements every single day. On the flip side, if you get 1% worse every day, by the end of the year, you decline down to nearly zero. You lose almost everything. This is the compound effect in action, and it works in both directions. Let me share a real story. There's a famous example from British cycling. For years and years, British cyclists were average. They hadn't won a major tournament in over 100 years. They were stuck, frustrated, going nowhere. Then a new coach came in, and instead of demanding dramatic changes, he focused on 1% improvements in everything. He changed the bike seats for more comfort, just 1% better. He taught the riders about better nutrition. Just 1% improvement. He even improved the way they washed their hands to reduce sickness, just 1% better hygiene. Individually, these changes seemed meaningless. But collectively, within 5 years, British cycling dominated the sport. They won Olympic gold medals, toured the France championships, and broke records that seemed impossible before. All because of 1% daily improvements. Now, let me explain why this works so powerfully. Our brains are wired to resist big changes. When you tell yourself, I am going to completely transform my life starting tomorrow, your brain panics. It's overwhelming. It's too much. And usually, within a few days or weeks, you give up. But 1%? That's manageable. That's doable. That's not scary at all. Your brain doesn't resist it. And that's exactly why it's so powerful. When you commit to just reading 10 pages instead of an entire book, or exercising for just 15 minutes instead of an hour, or learning just 5 new words instead of becoming fluent overnight, you actually do it. And when you do it today, you'll do it tomorrow. And the day after. And soon, it becomes who you are. Let me get practical here, because this applies to everyone, whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're 18 or 80. For the ladies watching, maybe you want to build confidence. Start with 1% today. Look in the mirror and say one positive thing about yourself. Just one. Tomorrow, add another small action. Stand a little taller. Speak up in that meeting. Each day, just one confident. In 6 months, people won't recognize the powerful woman you've become. For the gentleman, maybe you want to build discipline. Start with 1% today. Make your bed. That's it. Tomorrow, add 10. Next day, wake up 10 minutes earlier. These tiny habits compound. In a year, you'll be a completely different man, stronger, more focused, and stable. Here's something crucial you need to understand: results don't show immediately. There's what I call the valley of disappointment. Imagine an ice cube sitting in a room. The temperature is 25 degrees. Nothing happens. You increase it to 26, 27, 28 degrees. Still, the ice cube sits there, unchanged. You keep increasing, 29, 30, 31 degrees. Still nothing visible. But then, at 32 degrees suddenly the ice starts melting. This is exactly how your 1% improvements work. For weeks or even months, you might feel like nothing is changing. You're putting in the work, making those small improvements, but you don't see results. This is when most people quit. They say, see, I knew it wouldn't work. But successful people, they understand this. They know that their efforts are accumulating beneath the surface. They trust the process. And suddenly when the breakthrough happens, everything changes. All that work compounds at once. Here's the real secret that most people miss. It's not about achieving a goal. It's about becoming the type of person who achieves that goal. You don't want to just read 50 books. You want to become a reader. You don't want to just lose weight. You want to become a healthy person. You don't want to just make money. You want to become someone who creates value. Every time you make that 1% improvement, you're casting a vote for the identity you want to build. You're proving to yourself, this is who I am. Read for 15 minutes. You're a reader. Do 10. You're an athlete. Write 200 words. You're a writer. The more votes you cast, the stronger that identity becomes. And once you truly believe you are that person, the actions become effortless. You don't have to force yourself anymore. It's just who you are. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. I don't have time for even 1%. My life is too chaotic. I've tried everything, nothing works for me. Let me be honest with you. These are just excuses. And I say that with love, because I've made these same excuses myself. You have time for 1%. Everyone has 5 minutes. Everyone can do something small. The question isn't about time. It's about priority. It's about deciding that you matter. That your growth matters. That your future self deserves better than your current excuses. And here's the beautiful truth. The people who don't have time are the ones who need this approach the most. Because 1% doesn't require you to overhaul your life. It fits into the cracks of your existing schedule. Here's something beautiful that happens when you start this journey. It doesn't just change you. It changes everyone around you. When you start improving, when people notice. Your family sees it. Your friends see it. Your colleagues see it. And unconsciously, you give them permission to grow too. You become a living example that change is possible. That you don't need to be perfect. That you don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to be 1% better than yesterday. Imagine if your children see you reading every day. Or if your partner sees you staying consistent with your health. Or if your friends watch you pursuing your dreams, one small step at a time. You're not just changing your life. You're planting seeds in everyone who witnesses your transformation. So here's my challenge to you today. Not tomorrow. Not next Monday. Today. Choose one area of your life. Just one. Maybe it's your health, your relationships, your career, your skills, your mindset, or your spiritual growth. Now, ask yourself, what's one tiny thing I can do today to be 1% better in this area? Not 50% better. Not perfect. Just 1%. Maybe it's drinking one extra glass of water. Maybe it's texting someone you love and telling them you appreciate them. Maybe it's learning one new thing about your field. Maybe it's spending 10 minutes in silence and reflection. Do that one tiny thing today. Then tomorrow, do it again. And the next day. And the day after that. Don't break the chain. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait to feel ready. Just do your 1%. Look, life is happening right now. Not tomorrow. Not when you're ready. Not when circumstances are perfect. Right now. And you have two choices. You can wait for the perfect moment or to make dramatic changes, which honestly will probably never come. Or you can start today with 1%. Just 1%. A year from now, you'll wish you started today. But the good news. You can start today. Right now. This moment. Remember, you don't need to be great to start, but you need to start to be great. And starting doesn't mean being perfect. Starting means being 1% better than yesterday. So what's it going to be? Are you going to be in the same place a year from now, or are you going to be 37 times better? Are you going to let another year slip by, or are you going to compound those small improvements into massive transformation? The choice is yours. But I believe in you. I believe you have greatness inside you. I believe that 1% is the beginning of something extraordinary. So go out there and be 1% better today. Your future self will thank you for it. If this video inspired you, please hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. Share this with someone who needs to hear this message today. Let's build a community of people who understand that small steps lead to giant leaps. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. Every champion was once a contender. Every success story started with someone who decided that 1% was enough to begin. Your transformation starts now. Let's do this together. I